All right, hello everyone. It's Brenda Miller. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Basking Ridge, New Jersey, and tonight we are making our paper pumpkin kit. It's actually the January kit. It's called Hearts for You, and we're going to make one of each, even though it is February 6th. We always wait to make sure that everybody gets their kit in time. So we are going to go ahead and get started. So I have a few people on, and a few people will be watching on replay, and some people might be popping in. So just follow along. All right. So we've got our paper pumpkin box, and I've already opened mine, and I couldn't get stuff back in, so I had to really open it. But we get a real red ink pad, always good to have. And as you know, I use a full-size pad because I have all of these, and I save those and I give those away. Next up, I want to just point out that there are two different baggies that have these glue dots, and I read somewhere saying that the reason they did that is the one in the big package that also has the little embellishments, they may not be sticky, or something may be wrong with them. So I don't know if it was all of them or they just wanted to be safe. So you've got two strips of those, which is great. And then check these babies out. These little hearts, when I first saw them, I was like, all right, well, they're little hearts and they're cute and they're glittery. Wait till you see them on the cards. Really, really awesome. We've got a great little stamp set to use. We've got a sheet of dimensionals, and we are going to use a whole bunch of those today. And we also have some twine, some red twine. I always like to keep that around. Okay, so we are going to open up your supply packet, and we're going to separate everything into our piles, as I usually do for each card. Oops, I keep turning the wrong page. It is the final page in your little in the little brochure that comes in their package. And you can follow along if you want, but it is this page. It tells us what goes with which card. Okay, so the first thing we have is this big heart, and that is going to be card number 3. I'm going to put that over here, card number 3. And then you can put your leftovers to the side. Next up, they have all the envelopes, and they're all together, and they're all the same. And what's nice is that they're printed, and they have a label place where you can add your information, so it makes the card mailable. So we're not going to use any of these during this class, but make sure you hang on to those. Next up are the striped card bases, and that also goes with card number 3. You put your others aside. And then we have these little card fronts, and we're going to add to them, and that is card number 1. All right? I'm going too fast. Be sure to let me know. The next step is actually going to take us a little while. So these are the next sheets that you have. And what we need to do is punch out 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can see I made my sample. So you're going to punch out 6 of these strips very carefully. They come out pretty easily, but they are stuck in, a lot of places, so they don't just fall out. And again, we're going to punch out 6 strips, and they are going to go with card number 2. So these strips have connected hearts. Super cute. And I think they really, there are a lot of pieces in this kit, and they really did a nice job with these cards. They're all a little different too, which I really like. So even that, and they do not have to be Valentine's. You can put whatever sentiment on there that you want. If I remember correctly, let's see. So it has celebrate love, you're my favorite, which is always nice. And then this one up here says, you have my heart.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I thought he was talking to me. And anyway, so, and you can, of course, use anything from, your stash. There's no right or wrong. Anyone you love can get a heart card at any time, or even if you just like somebody a lot,
She's
you
okay.
can do it.
No, while she's on the Zoom. Oh,
Okay, so Sheila's on the phone. So, okay. So we're just pulling out the 6, punching them out.
okay. Brenda, Lynn can't get on. Is she? Can you?
There's nothing I can do.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, she just has to go back out and come back in again. I don't know what to tell
Yeah.
you.
Okay. All right. Okay. Very good.
All right.
Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. Bye.
About that. Just a regular Zoom, so I don't have control. It's not like, if you guys had trouble getting in, then maybe there would have been something wrong with the setup, but you all got in.
Yep. Yes.
So. All right. So we have punched out 6 of these strips of heart. Okay?
Yes.
So, did you get all that done?
Yes, I did.
Oh, wow, you're fast. Okay. And you're good, Lois? You get them all out? Okay. So then we're going to take out the labels at the top, one of each of those. So our first one is this little short stubby banner, and that goes with card number, I can't remember, 2. That goes with card number 2 as well. And then the long banner is going to go with card number 3. Okay. Right. So once we have those out, now we have this pretty marbled. This is like Flirty Flamingo is the color here. And that goes with card number 1. That is the base for card number 1. And then they stuck in. At some point, you're going to find that a sheet of stickers is stuck in, and I couldn't figure out exactly where I pulled that from. So if you hit that, let me know. We all know that. But the next one has these bigger banners that have a little gold around them. And you're going to punch out one of those, and that goes with card number 1. So then next, we're going to punch out our big hearts. We're going to take out one of each of these. So we've got a marbled heart, and that marbled heart is going to go with card number 2. And then, actually, they're both going to go with card number 2. And then you're going to also punch out the big heart, the red heart, and that goes with card number 2. And you'll save the rest for your other card. Yeah, I guess she didn't figure it out. I wonder if she was using the email from today, from this morning, with that link. Because if she used a different one, it's possible she could be on the wrong room. I bet that's what she did. Let me see if I get any messages over here saying sometimes I get people joining my rooms that I don't even have classes in, but I keep them available. No, I don't see anything. All right. Sorry, Lynn. I know you're watching it on replay. Sorry about that. Anyway, the next card, these card bases, see how they have the little hearts on there? We're going to use that as a guide, actually, but that goes with card number 2. So that is the base for card number 2. And then at some point you hit the sheet that has the stickers, and you just need to keep the whole sheet out when you do find it, because we're not going to peel them off until we need them. So just put that someplace handy. And then the last sheet has these gold embellished or gold, this one is entirely gold, these die cuts, and this one goes with number 3. And then the Flirty Flamingo one with the gold dots on it goes with card number 1. So those are our piles. And again, if you got lost there, you can always look it up on that last page of your handout. That's all I did, is follow this and put them together. All right, so let's start with card number 1 so that you can see which one it is. Pull that out. Getting my hand out so that I don't screw it up. This is card number 1. And I just love the way that this came out. Look at all those hearts and look at those little embellishments. Oh, they are so adorable. So, but we've got to go in the right order on this, okay? So first thing we'll do is we'll take our card base and we can fold it in half, give it a nice crease with your scoring bone. So, and then you're actually going to put it aside, okay? So that way we know we've got that. And let's go ahead and stamp our sentiment on this larger tag. And they used on this one, "You are my favorite." Let's see, does that fit? So any of the "Celebrate Love" would fit there as well. And again, if you want to use it for something else, you can always do that with another stamp set. And I'm just going to mount it onto my block diagonally, just so that I'm sure that I got it right. And again, I'm using my large ink pad because this is getting my red ink pad is getting a big workout lately, you would imagine, between Christmas and then moving right into Valentine's Day. Yeah, my poor red ink pads are getting a lot of use. But I'm just going to go ahead and stamp that in beautifully. Okay. So give it a thumbs up when you've got that stamped the way that you like it. Okay, so we're also going to set that aside. Okay, so we've got all our pieces now. So let's go ahead and take our card, and you'll see that there are 3 little hearts on here that you can punch out. And that is going to be so that you can see through the card to our card base when we finally mount it, and then those are going to be shining through. That's going to look cool. All right, and so that's why you're going to punch those little guys out. And then we're going to actually stamp some little hearts on here. So we're going to use the little heart right here, the little solid heart. And we'll use our ink pad, and they stamped 3, and I'm going to stamp it exactly where they did, okay? So they put 1 up here overlapping that faint pink one. Okay, so I put 1 here. And then they did another one down in this white space down here in the corner. Not all the way in the corner, but down towards there. So that's number 2. And then oops, Jules is here and she says hello. Hello, hello. Okay. Thanks for coming by. Okay, so something to do. Just likes to say hi. This one is going to go right underneath one of the punch outs, okay? So I stamped 1, 2, 3. Now you, of course, could do as many as you want, but that's what they did, okay? We've got 3 little hearts there. And let me remove I've got 1 block out because all my blocks are in use for upcoming classes, of which I have many over the next week or so. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, to me, this is the hardest part of everything, and that is tying the string around the card. Now, I'm going to do it the way they said. We're going to take 20 inches. To be honest, I'm going to do 18, 13. Okay. And they did it all the way around the card. Now, I don't usually like to do that, but for the sake of this, and I'm probably not going to have leftovers of anything because I'm going to be using all my Valentine. I'm just going to go ahead and use up my string. Oh, she made it. All right. Oh boy. Hi, Lynn. You made it. Baby, he's coming. So we're going to be tying the bow, though, on the right side of the card. So we're going lower right. Still don't see her. She's here, but progress. What I like to do when I'm doing something like this, I know it doesn't lay quite as perfectly, but I tie a knot so that I don't have to worry about it moving around. I'm just going to tie a knot right here. Just take a little knot. And I'm going to pull that tight. And then that way I've got it settled around my card. Okay, so I've got it like that. And then I'm just going to tie a bow. I turned it upside down just to make it easier for me. And I know it's not going to be perfect, especially because I am not a good bow tire. We're going to give it a shot. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. This is the hardest thing for me. Doing something like that. There we go. So I've got a bow on the side of my card. Both you ladies have girls, so you probably know how to tie bows beautifully. I can't do it. Blame it on my 3 boys. There we go. Okay, and I'm just going to trim it a little. So Lynn, I can see that you're there, but we don't see you or we don't hear you or anything. But we're on card number 1. Okay. So now that we have that, we're going to go ahead and add it to our card front. And we're going to use dimensionals. Now, this is where I was saying we're going to use a whole bunch of dimensionals. We're going to use 9. And that's so that it stays popped up all the way around. So I'm just using 3 rows of 3 dimensional. Like so. I don't usually use as many as they say, but we are doing, this is a wide space. It's a big piece. So might as well do as they say. And again, just peeling off the backing. On the backing. And then it just gets centered right onto the card front. There you are, Lynn.
Yay.
There you are. All right.
And Sheila's calling me. Sorry, I'm not answering.
Well, I was calling to see what your problems were.
I have no idea. This is my brand new computer and I just don't get it. It's lost all my contacts, over 200 contacts, and I don't know how to get them, and I'm just mystified. That's very pretty.
Yeah, we're not done yet.
Oh.
So we're still on number 1. If you want to catch up for number 2, Lynn, you have to, the big thing is you're punching out 6 of these rows of
Okay.
cards, okay? So that's going to take you a few minutes to do. So while we finish up card number 1, get 6 of those punched out. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. So for the rest of us, how are you doing there, Sheila? I lost track of you. I'm sorry.
No, I'm good.
Excellent. So let's go ahead now. We've put the card front on, and now we are going to add our tag that we stamped earlier. We're going to use dimensionals for that. We're just using 2 for this, and they'll go right over that ribbon or the the twine. There we go. And I'm putting it low enough so that I can see that little heart peeking out right there. Okay. Probably should have been centered a little bit more, but oh well. Here's what it is. All right. And then the fun part is we have stickers. But before we put the stickers on, we need to get this heart on. Is that right? Yes. We're going to put this heart on using dimensional. So I'm actually going to use my edges here. So I'm going to put one right down the middle. And then this, they are putting in this white space right here. And it overlaps a little bit with some of the others. So here you go. We've got that heart. And then we're going to use two of our stickers. They are these stickers here. There are a whole bunch of stickers on here because these, the way that they're cut, they have an inside and an outside. So we're just going to use one, and we're going to take the outside, okay? Take the outside, and you're going to, they put it over here. Let's see. They overlapped a bunch, so we've got one there. And then we're going to take the inside, and we're going to put it over on the other side, over here. So I'm going to tuck it right underneath my ribbon, and that big splat, big one. Kind of covering up that one. I don't know what I did there, but you can do that. Maybe I could have used a smaller, maybe if I used a smaller one sticker, because it comes up. Nah, I'm not going to do that. So you might want to use a smaller one of the hearts, not just use the inside and the outside. But you can mix and match and do whatever makes you happy. Okay? So we've got a whole bunch of hearts is really what we've got going on. And I love the fact that we're going to have leftover hearts. Lots of leftover gold hearts. And that's it. Oh, no, that's not it for card number one. So the final thing that we're going to do is we're going to put our little gems. And like I said, I just love these little gems because when you put them on, you can really see the glitter inside of them. You know, sometimes you don't always get that, even though we know there's glitter in there. I'm just going to put 3 over here and 2 on the other side. I'm going to put one here and one over here. And there we have some glittery little embellishments. I just think, you know, seeing it on camera doesn't do it justice. You can really see it when you hold it up in front of you and look at it. But I really enjoyed this card. I liked making it. I love it. It's kind of like a collage-y look.
Very pretty.
Yeah, right? So it's just exactly the way that they had it designed. So
Very nice.
all right.
Very nice.
Well, good. Okay, so now we're going to move on to card number 2. And how are you doing there, Lynn? You got your stickers?
I'm collecting everything.
Okay, excellent. All right, so we've got our 6 strips of heart, and then this is the card base, the one that has the little shadows of the heart. And I thought this was interesting because I was trying to figure out, well, what's going on with those little shadows there. My screen just popped over. Let me get you guys back. All right, you're good. Okay. So this is the card's front, and you can see that it has just the shadows of the heart. And really, all we're doing, I thought, oh, you know, we're supposed to be able to see them through. No, they are there as a guide for where we are going to put these 6 strips. But the key is when we're using our strip, we're going to use 3 dimensionals on each strip. If you
Wow.
want, you can cut them in half. If you want and you have little mini ones, you can do that. Or they really do, the big ones do fit. So you just have to kind of position it just right to get them to fit. I might switch to minis only because I have them here on my desk from previous classes, but we're going to do 6 rows of these. You can put all your dimensionals on at once, or like me, you can do one strip at a time. And you're just going to lay the hearts right over it. And this is going to help us with our spacing. And see how good that looks? You know, you get that little shadow because they're popped up. All right, so get to work on those. And that's going to take us a couple minutes, and I know.
How many dimensionals are you using?
Just 3 on each. 1 on
Okay.
each end and 1 in the middle.
Gotcha.
Yep. They went back and forth on which center one, because I guess there's an even number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. There are 8 hearts in the row. So sometimes they put it on heart 4 and sometimes they put it on heart 5, if you get my meaning. And we're just going to line them up one after the other. I thought that was a clever way of doing it. It kind of makes it hard for us to screw up, although I'm sure I'd find a way, but not this time. So far, so good. So yeah, I am just inundated with Valentine's, and I knew this was coming. But somehow I still waited to the last minute. I was trying to combine my orders so I'd only have to do one big shipment. And of course, it's now delayed by weather. Hopefully tomorrow I'll get it in time for my Saturday class. If not, I'll be punching more hearts. That's the beautiful thing about doing classes for Valentine's Day, is that I've saved, over the years, I have a bag where I keep all my Valentine's Day stuff. So I have old red and pink ink pads in there. I've got old ribbons that are red or pink or purple sometimes. And all the stamp sets that have hearts in them, or, you know, especially the ones that say Happy Valentine's Day. I save them all. So every year at this time, I pull out the bag and they're all the stuff is lined up on my table. And I was at, I'd gone to a Dollar Tree. Lynn, did you know that the new there's a Dollar Tree on 22, and I guess it moved to the corner. It's in the corner now on 22, and it's before we get to your street coming from Somerville.
Okay.
Where I go. Anyway, it's
it's new?
I think it's new. I think it's maybe a new space for it. I'm not sure, but
It's where the Jesus store used to be.
Okay.
It's been there a long time now.
I think this is a different one.
It was where Harmon's used to be.
Yeah.
It's the same shopping center as the pancake.
Yep, that's it.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah, we've been.
I have to tell you, I go into a Dollar Tree and I hyperventilate. I just can't do it. This store was immaculate. I mean, it looked like a regular store, like a normal store. Like other Dollar Trees I've been to don't look like that. And anyway, so I found, I was looking for Valentine's crafty things, because I've done a class like this for this group of people before, and they were really into the blingy stuff, So I got some shiny hearts that we can make into stickers, and, puffy. Even though they're grown women, they love the little blingy things. So I got a whole bunch of that kind of stuff. Anyway, I just thought it was interesting that I could walk into a Dollar Tree and not hyperventilate. I was thrilled.
Congratulations.
I know. You know what it is that like on Instagram, I see all these videos of these Dollar Tree hacks,
Yes.
especially for Valentine's Day, because I was looking for Valentine's Day. I was like, oh my God, look at that. Oh my God, how cute is that? I could do that. So anyway, that's why I went to Dollar Tree and I was amazed. I feel like I was at a different Dollar Tree on 22, though.
We have
There
three.
is another one.
Yeah.
There's one in Middlesex on
Okay.
28, and then there's a one farther down by Duck Donuts.
Yes, that's the one I've been to before. I didn't know there was another one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's
Well, that's why I
three.
thought it was new, because I guess I'd always just ridden right by it. Anyway, the one by Duck Donuts is a mess. I think I was in there last year, and I was like, I'm never going back.
But they have things that the other one doesn't have.
Really? Yeah, I
Yeah.
read that it's kind of like a hit or miss thing, right? And that people go several times a week.
Yep.
They post. I'm like, oh my God, I'm lucky I do that like twice a year. I can't do it. All right, so give me a thumbs up when you get all your hearts down, because I know that.
Yeah.
Well, I only got 5 on.
All right, you got one more to go, Lynn.
I have no room.
Okay, well then you're done. If you got no room, then you're done. That looks great too, right? Okay, so we're gonna go with that. Okay, we are gonna take our pink heart now, the pink swirly heart, and we are gonna use some of those glue dots on the back. And again, I have a sheet that I've already used, so I'm gonna do that. If anybody uses the sheet that's inside the bag, let me know if you see anything wrong with them. I don't think so, but that's why you have a second bag. And they used 5 of these little glue dots all the way around so that you have good odds of it catching something. Now, our glue dots are super strong. So truthfully, if one of these catches, you're in good shape. Because remember, you're putting it onto this background of parts that are layered. Look how cool that looks in the light. Pretty cool to me. So anyway, so you're going to get those on there and then peel off your backing.
And how many do I put on?
I put 5. That's what they suggested. Just around.
The ones in the bag are sticky so far.
Yeah,
Me too.
yeah. I don't know what the deal is. Yeah.
I
But
think
I
some had a problem, so
Yeah.
they figure
Yeah,
out which
so they didn't
was-
want to take any chances, so they gave us extras, which was very nice.
Yep.
Better safe than sorry, because you know
Mhm.
we have a lot of people who get these kits, and we don't want to make anybody unhappy. Once you get all your glue dots on there, you're just going to center that right in the middle of your hearts, the card front. Mine's not centered very well. Again, I don't know what my problem is. I can't even blame it on the camera in my face.
Because you're talking to us at the same time you're trying to do this.
I don't know. I think I still have issues. It's the whole centering thing. I think that's pretty just like that. But we're not done. We are going to, once you've got that on, let me know when you've got that on. All right. Okay. This next heart is going to go on with dimensionals. And they use just 3 dimensionals on the back. Where's my here? I'm still using my end, so just ignore me.
Which heart are you using?
This is sorry, we separated our stuff into cards.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Okay. It was on the same sheet as the other one. And we're going to get these 3. And it's just going to go centered right on top of the pink heart. So now we've got some layered hearts on there. That's a lot of layers of hearts. Lots and lots and lots of hearts. All right.
What all the pictures that I've seen of this card just don't do it justice because
Right?
those
I
6
know.
rows just really look nice.
Yeah, so pretty. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to peel off that one of the loves. So remember that sticker sheet of all the gold items. You're going to carefully peel off the love. Now I say carefully because it is a little dainty. It's a little dainty. And it's going to go right across the center of the heart. And the top loop of the L goes right to the center of the heart up here. Okay. Now, I'm not pressing it down to stick because, you know, as we've learned in other kits, you know, that kind of looks funny because this is popped up. So it should be fine sitting on top. I haven't had a problem. If it goes in an envelope and sticks down a little bit, nobody's going to care anyway. A lot of people will put powder or use their fingers to make it less sticky in those spots, but I don't think we have to go through that for this. So pretty. So pretty. Okay, just 2 more things on this card, so let me know when you've got your love down there. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, great. Okay, so now we're going to stamp on that little teeny banner, and we're just going to use the word you. Stamp that on there. Tap, tap, tap. Stamp you. All right. When you get that, that is actually going to go under the love using it one dimension. Doesn't need a lot. I know it. Okay. I'm going to put one dimensional on the back of that little banner. And it's going to go right under the U. I mean, right under the love. Obviously, it says love you. And for the last touch on this card is we're going to tie a little bow with about 8 inches of the ribbon, or sorry, the twine. I'm going to tie a bow, and that'll get attached right next to the little banner, and that'll be it for the card. So this was a really fun technique of using the layers in the background and popping them all up and having that be such a subtle background, but so effective, I think. I think it was amazing. When you have your bow made, you'll put it on with one glue dot, and that'll be the end of that.
Like this one too, very nice.
Yeah. And while it's perfect for Valentine's Day, truthfully, it could be used for anything. And write a nice message on the inside and make it whatever you want it to be. A little extra love for everyone is always a good thing. So in that same shopping center, after I went to the dollar store, Dollar Tree, whatever, there's a little bakery in there. And
Yes.
yeah, that was amazing. So I walk in and I wasn't going to buy anything. I just wanted to see somebody I think had said something about it somewhere. So I thought, oh, let me go check this out. And they said they'd been there over a year. I thought it was brand new. And she was handing out half cupcakes as samples. I
Wow.
died and went to heaven. It was the lightest, fluffiest chocolate cupcake I'd ever eaten. And I did buy just a little like bread, like not too big. It was inexpensive, and we had it with dinner that night. It was cute. I was like,
What's
okay, I'm coming back there too. So
what's the name of the bakery?
I had no idea.
Okay.
Summer something.
Oh, yeah, Summerly something. Because of course I got, she wanted to give me a frequent buyer card. I'm like, okay, twist my arm. I have to come back here get another. All right, so that is card number 2. Let me know when you've got that done.
How did you attach the little banner?
The little banner is one-dimensional.
Oh. Okay.
Just one-dimensional in there. Yep. Yeah, I had a very exciting day that day. Crazy. Who knew?
Did they have Valentine cookies or something?
This was 2 weeks ago, so
Oh.
I don't really remember. They did have some like pretty little cakes, but that was all I think I really saw. And they had these breads in the window. So it was around lunchtime, I guess, that maybe it was probably later than that. But anyway, it was just an interesting day. Okay. Good? You're still working on it, Lynn?
Yeah, I lost the audio, but I think I got it back.
Yeah.
Good. Looks nice.
Okay. All right, great. So let's go on to card number 3. And so this one, super easy and very pretty because of the elements that they give us. So we are going to start, let's fold our card in half. I always like to do that. And then we're going to set it aside for a minute. That's out of the way. And we're going to go ahead and stamp our sentiments first. So on this one, they used Celebrate Love, which is always a celebration, I think. Yeah. Stamp it on there. Yep. Because I've had so many Valentine's classes, and I don't know, I just feel like a lot of Valentine's Day this year for me. I of course had to, get the little candies that go with it. And then I was at Walmart, which another store I don't do very well in, but they have that little bakery section, and they had all these nice little not really a bakery section. It's like packaged, cookies. But they had all these really pretty Valentine's cookies. And their sell-by dates were, well enough in the future that I could get them. So you could have cookies. Always good. All right. So now that you've gotten that stamped, I hope, got our Celebrate Love, we are going to take that little card that has the big heart on it, and we're going to use 5 dimensionals and put that right smack in the center. Now, again, I'm using the edges of my dimensionals for the most part, but they put 1 in each corner and 1 in the middle, which is a good way to do it. Sometimes I hoard them and I just put 2 kind of in the center, but what the heck? I'll do it the right way this time. Call me nuts. Call me crazy. All right. So that heart is going to go. Make sure you've got everything to the right side up. And you've got your heart right in the center. And for the big gold heart, this is where they cut their dimensionals in half. And again, I'm going to use my minis because I have them here. So if you have any from prior kits, which you probably do, we're going to put some minis, just maybe 3 or 4 on whatever is the biggest part of solid you can find on the back of the heart so that they don't show through. So you can see I've got 3 on here so far. I've got 1, 2, 3. I might do another one down here. And if you don't have minis, you can just cut your big ones in half. I think I said that before. But again, we don't need a lot. These are really strong adhesives. Super strong. And once you get dimensionals the way you like them, you're actually just going to cover that red heart on the front.
I'm using the ones on the edges so that
Yeah, that's a good idea.
They fit.
Yep, they're nice and thin, so they fit. Great idea.
And how many did you put on?
I put 4. I just found
Okay.
4 places. But like I said, it's enough. It's not going to go anywhere once you get it on there. Give me a thumbs up once you get your heart adhered.
Oh. Ah, got it.
All right. Good. And this card is nice and simple. All we're going to do next is adhere our label down. All cut up. You see I have my Valentine's Day bracelets on. You know, I wear these for 2 weeks straight. First 2 weeks in February are for Valentine's bracelets. All right. We good there, Lynn?
I have to stamp yet.
Okay.
But go ahead.
All right, because it's just going to go on. This label is going to go on with 2 of the dot, of the blue dot. And the thing is, though, you don't want to put it all the way at the edge. Do it a little bit in from the edge when you put them on. I'll hold this up in a second because it's all white on white on white. See, I put 2 on, but I didn't go all the way to the edge because when I put them on my heart, the little edges of the banner are going to hang over. We don't want that to have glue on it. And once I peel this off, I'll show you. Oops. You're just going to put it across the bottom of your heart. So it's like that. But these little thingies hang over, so you don't want any adhesive right at the edges, because you don't want it to then stick down. Because those blue dots are really strong and they will stick. once you get that on there, the only other thing to do is to put on three of the little gems. And I love how they did it. They did it like kind of on a jaunty little way. Put one up here on a little angle, and then they put one down here at a little angle, and then they put the other one on a little angle. So a little less formal this way. So super cute. And we would not have been able to do this without like a fun die or something. So while you're finishing up, I will get our little PowerPoint presentation up and running. I will share my screen so that you can see that. And we'll look at some projects that other people have done.
Oh, oh my goodness.
I know this one. Here we go. There's a whole bunch on here. Look at that. So Anne Mallory took just the piece. Well, every one of those cards has at least one piece from the kit on it. So you can see how many she was able to do. And then, of course, she added from her own collection and prior, this old die that cut out the heart was so pretty from a long time ago. But she, just goes to show that you can really stretch this if you want to. So that is one. And this next one is from Elaine Shader. And I like the way that she actually cut the envelope. And the background here is the end part of the envelope. All right, let's see. This is a scrapbook page made with the elements from the kit. I'm always happy to see those, even though I never actually go and do them, but I always say I'm going to. But I do miss my scrapbooking. I have not been doing. Okay. I love the way she collaged out all the little hearts. And here's using the negative space. I was really looking for one of these cards. So they have the sheet where we punch them out and use that as the background. I might have done a little bit more with it, but I think that the theory behind it is exactly what we need to be doing with our scraps if we have the chance. Maybe she just stamped them. Here's another one with a ton of different samples.
Wow.
I know, right? And they're all lovely. So this is Jody Fraser. So I really like what she did there. I do like the white heart on the striped background as opposed to being on the white, having white on white. I thought that was a cool look too. Just as nice as this one. Look how she did that with the one red heart. How easy is that? How perfect is that, right? So that's a great one. And this is another one using the negative space and the envelope, where she cut down the envelope for the background paper. And then using the celebration heart, what is that called? Heart. It's right here. We have called Heart Shape. Is the name of the.
To say it's a pretty basic name, but I can.
I know. I couldn't remember it, but Heart Shape. That's the name of it. From Karen. And then Laura's was the first one that I found, and she did. So she did kind of the same thing. She used the heart-shaped like wreath, and she put it on there. But then she made it into a fun fold gate card, where she, the background is cut in half. We've done a lot of those kinds of cards, but nice, simple, and to the point. Here's another whole bunch of cards made by Marie. Let's see here. She flipped them up, so she got more out of those. Using the negative space again. This is my all-time favorite. Any Nemo fans out there finding Nemo?
Yes.
Mine.
So I make that for my daughter because Nemo is like her favorite.
Oh, yeah. That is one of my top 3. And the Be Mine is actually from the one with the bumblebee.
Ah,
So yeah. Anyway, so cute, and I had to find this one. A number of people have done similar things with it.
Yeah.
But
very
love it.
cute.
And then this is Wendy, and she just kind of, instead of using the card base, she cut it out and then put it onto another card base, so she was able to stretch it a little bit. And I like the way the little flowers are here, of course using the heart shaped. And I think that's it. All right.
Very
Those
nice.
were 10 different people's takes on the kit. Which one was your favorite, ladies?
That's a hard choice. They're all so good.
Yeah.
I like the gatefold one.
Okay. So, yeah, not one we did. Yeah. Out of the ones we did, which was your favorite?
Oh, the ones we did. Well, I didn't do the first one yet, so I don't know.
First one. Although I like the third one. And I
Yeah.
like the one too. So, but,
I know. It's always hard.
yeah, but I think the first one.
Yeah. First one's my favorite. I just love that, hodgepodge, throw them all on. And I'm actually going to encourage people to make cards like this on Saturday when I'm with them, because it's so easy, just put out a whole bunch of different punched out hearts and have them, just add them to a card, and they go home with great cards. So anyway, that's it for today. Next week, we've got Stamp a Stack. So for anybody who's coming to that, I did preview some of those cards in my video yesterday in my quick class. So if you want to take a look at that, it's on Facebook and YouTube. And other than that, I think that's it for tonight, unless anybody has anything else. No? All right. Well, thank you so much for joining, as always.
Thank you.
Sure.
Okay.